time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there was a fertile land where flowers perennially bloomed in their full glory. The people of the land spent their days taking in the scent of these flowers, carried over by the warm breeze. And they lived happily. Then, one day, a dark shadow fell over the country. An uninvited guest, the white ice dragon, descended upon the land, bringing a bitter chill along with it. Not long after, violent snowstorms began to rage across the country. The flowers withered, and many people, unaccustomed to such frigid temperatures, froze to death. Everyone began to speak of how they had to defeat the white ice dragon, who resided in the Demon King's castle, for that would end this winter's bane. They had to reclaim this once beautiful country that was theirs. This is where the tale of a great being begins. A being who exists to maintain balance in the world. The rousing tale of the adventures of Guillotine de Mephisto.
Where am I?
Hey, you're finally awake! I thought you were never gonna come too. I thought for a second I'd have to go with a cliché line like, "Rise, hero," or something along those lines.
Hey, you're... Who are you exactly?
Me? Can't you see? I am the goddess of this world.
Goddess, you say? Do I look like the kind of sucker who'd fall for an amateur trick like that?
Excuse me?
The Big O must have shot me up with some sort of hallucinogen. All I have to do to break this illusion is bite my tongue. Ow! All that did was hurt a bunch.
Goodness! I can't believe this is the one to be chosen to be a hero. This world is doomed.
Did you say hero? Why do you keep calling me that? Stop blabbering on and send me back to where I came from.
I'm sorry, but that's impossible.
Why?
In your original world, you were hit by a truck and died while trying to save a cat.
What? There's no way I could die such an undignified death. My body is the body that will pierce through the heavens.
Would it make you feel better if you got smashed by an Altyson instead? Or, if you'd prefer, you tripped while posting something on Wobbler and fell down the stairs. Or perhaps after gazing at a blood moon, your own blood within you surged so violently that it caused an aneurysm. I'm afraid that's all I can come up with right now. You're free to choose from any of the above.
Fine. I'll go with getting smashed by an Altyson. That's the least embarrassing of the lot.
Very well. Then we'll go with that. From now on, you will begin a hero's journey to bring an end to the winter's bane. Before your adventure, however, I have one thing to ask. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? Anything at all.
So this is how the cookie crumbles. Bestowed with unfathomable power from a goddess before being transferred to another world. An immutable destiny. Much like fate. Very well then, as the one who observes the world, I implore you. Grant me, Guillotine de Mephisto, the ability to bend space and time. So I may cross beyond the horizon at any time. Bestow upon me the power known as dimensional force.
Dimensional force? Pray tell, what is that?
Oh, that's... It's got to do with traveling through time and space.
Oh, I see.
So, go ahead.
Sorry?
Aren't you going to grant me a superpower?
Oh, that? I was merely asking a question out of curiosity. Bestowing you with a superpower apropos of nothing would be far too easy. That's no fun. Alright then, let's begin!
Hold on.
Simulation, start!
If I can't use dimensional force, then certainly at least chrono break will. So she's transported me to another world before I could speak my piece. As the one who has sealed the one-winged Dark Lord, this is yet another burden which I must bear. What is that? I feel a chilling sensation tingling down my spine. Am I imagining things? At least the view is nice. I can see all the way to the edge of the horizon. Wait, all the way? That goddess is teleporting me in mid-air! I'm going to fall to my doom! It's a good thing I deployed that impact nullification field. Otherwise, a fall like that would have been bad news even for me. My body would have been a complete wreck. And I wouldn't be able to stand properly like I am now. If I hadn't deployed the impact nullification shield, that is.
Guillotine feels a mysterious chill down her back, causing her to frantically check herself up and down.
Why aren't I injured? Wait a second. What's up with this outfit? What ridiculous getup did that lady dress me in? It's so revealing. I'm not sure I have the figure to pull it off. Then again, it does look pretty cool, so I suppose I don't have any complaints.
So it's you.
Blast! A witness. Alas, I have bared an unsightly side of myself to another. I was testing out a new skill. Yes.
El Telema Solos. So you've come to this place for the White Ice Dragon.
Exia? What's an agent of the Big O doing here?
Unfortunately for you, utterly bereft of companions, you are fated to die in loneliness.
Watch your tongue! Such impudence! Accusing me of having no companions. There are many around me whom I could refer to as such. Plenty. I think.
Go to the icebound Devil King's castle, where the source of this winter's bane resides. If you wish to be a hero, this is what you must do, even if you have no companions.
Did you say Devil King's castle? Now that I think about it, I was supposed to embark on a heroic adventure to lift this so-called winter's bane.
Exia, how many times have I told you not to go outside? It's dangerous! Huh? Who's your friend?
Privity, did you get transported to this world like Exia?
I'm sorry, do I know you? I'm positive this is the first time I've seen you in this village.
This is your first time gazing upon Guillotine de Mephisto? Surely we must have crossed paths in the courts at least once. I understand now. I must have been transported to some kind of parallel dimension. At the very least, that would explain why you're walking around in such immodest dress when you're typically so buttoned up.
Hey! Who are you calling immodest? Anyways, why don't you head inside? If you are caught outside after curfew...
Everyone, freeze! This is the ACPU.
We'll be in a world of trouble.
Oh, hey, Privity. We were on patrol and heard a ruckus.
So the Big O sent their lapdogs as well.
That's right. I, Miranda, work tirelessly like a dog, and today is no exception.
Come again?
I believe this is the first time I've seen you. Have you ever seen her before, Query?
Let me see. Of course I know Polly. She's always with us.
You're looking in the complete opposite direction. You all know full well about the curfew put in place by the Big O. Since you've broken curfew, the three of you are under arrest.
Hold on. We didn't do it on purpose.
No excuses. Miranda, Query, book 'em. All right.
Come with us quietly, everyone.
Stop.
Sorry?
Who are you? How do you know about the Big O?
Are you asking about our identities? If you're asking who we are, it's only polite that we answer. Miranda!
Query.
We're with the Big O, and we run this town.
Amidst the frost and cold, a better tomorrow awaits.
I'm Polly!
Woof!
What's going on with you two? Now you've got me saying weird lines too. That's enough of the pleasantries. If you don't cooperate and come with us, we will consider you an enemy of the Big O and have to administer justice on the spot.
You expect me to follow you quietly? Not a chance. Now that I know the Big O has infiltrated this world.
Perhaps the problem is that our hero is a bit too garrulous. Polly's gun fires, and our brave hero Guillotine falls flat on her back. It's a rather ignominious sight.
I warned you, didn't I? If the rest of you don't want to end up like her, I suggest you cooperate.
If I had known that it would come to this, then I would have ignored Exia and stayed inside the association. Venturing out like this has put me in danger.
Be quiet!
Yes, ma'am.
Now! Miranda, Query, arrest them!
Will do.
Could I ask you something, Polly? What is it? I understand why Privity is under arrest. And I understand why Exia is under arrest. But is there a reason why I'm under arrest as well? Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cuff you. My eyesight isn't so great.
Not this again. This stopped being funny a long time ago. Never mind. You two just stay still. As for you, Privity, don't even think about running away. You stay right here. I'm watching you.
Aw, man.
Just as Polly is about to handcuff Privity,
Wait,
Guillotine steps between them.
Privity, did you just say something about the association?
Huh? Yeah, I did. More importantly, though, didn't you just get shot in the head?
A headshot is but a mere bagatelle to those such as me. Hardly enough to take me down. You see? I don't have a scratch on me.
You're right. You're completely unharmed.
Wait, seriously? Look carefully again. Do I really not have a single scratch? It should be right here.
No, you're completely fine. How is it that you're more shocked than me?
I'm actually fine? It's all abundantly clear to me now. In this world, I am invincible.
Invincible?
Never mind that. At any rate, allow me to make you a proposal. In exchange for taking out these big O lackeys, you must take me to the association.
Take them out? Do you realize what you're saying?
I'll take that as a yes. Don't worry. I, Guillotine de Mephisto, do not break my promises. You hear that, big O lackeys? I've got you this time. I feel like I can do anything right now.
I'm not entirely sure what you're getting at, but I take it you're refusing to come into the station? Instead of wasting your energy, why don't we try and settle this peacefully? If you behave, I might let you off with just a warning.
A warning? How absurd. Privity, take Exia and step back. I don't want either of you to be collateral damage due to me underestimating my own strength.
Guillotine takes a step forward and brings her hand to her eye patch.
All of you, gaze upon the formidable eye of Guillotine de Mephisto. For this is a lethal eye, and death will be instantaneous. Extermination process, activate. One-winged Dark Lord, I request that the seal be lifted.
Let's strike a cool pose and activate the extermination process. To everyone's surprise, nothing happens.
How much longer do we have to wait?
Ingrid? I just said a killer one-liner. I need to use my eye right now. Ingrid? I forgot which world I'm in. Ingrid isn't here to approve an extermination order. Very well, I'm left with no choice. I will have to break the seal by my own hand.
We're wasting time! Arrest her!
I'm sorry, Polly, but that's impossible.
What do you mean?
You gave us orders to stay where we were.
Ugh, forget it.
Polly aims her gun at Guillotine's forehead.
This is your final warning. Can it with the cookie talk and come with us.
Oh, Polly. There comes a time when a Nikke won't back down from a fight. That time is when her honor is being impugned.
Guillotine chants a spell as she takes off her eye patch.
To the deep, dark power residing within me. To the waves of isolated energy sealed in the Dark Lord's wing. Awaken from your long slumber and grant peace to this pitiful soul. Extermination!
As soon as she finished her chant, a black wave emits from Guillotine's right eye. It's super effective! As soon as the wave touches them, Polly, Miranda, and Query are rendered immobile and collapse to the ground.
You really defeated them.
You saw that too, didn't you? I didn't imagine it. That black wave from my eye. A wave. Such strength.
As with all formidable abilities, there are often consequences. As a side effect of using the power sealed within her eye, Guillotine faints.
That's enough. Stop.
Stop? But if we stop here, we can't protect the Ark.
Protect the Ark? Tell me, what is your mission?
My mission? To reclaim the surface and restore our world to its former glory. That is why I must protect the Raptures and kill humans.
You must stop. If you don't, I am under orders to take you down.
If I don't stop, you're going to kill me?
That's right.
I don't understand. All I'm doing is carrying out my mission, protecting Raptures, killing humans. Why do I need to stop? I'm just a Nikke. I have no will of my own. I am merely following orders. Why do I need to be eliminated?
I must. No!
Guillotine hurriedly gets up, only to have something soft and pliable smother her face.
I can't breathe.
Oh my, sorry. Let me move away first. Is that better?
Be careful. We were just under enemy attack.
That's no way to refer to my chest.
What? Oh. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
All right. But did you have a nightmare? You don't look so good.
A nightmare? Was it a dream? I got all worried for nothing. Sorry.
It's okay. We always do what we can to take care of the guests at our inn.
Inn?
Privity came in here with you last night. You had fainted. I was surprised when she said someone as small as you was the hero who intends on defeating the White Ice Dragon. Apparently you took down the Big O's lackeys single-handedly?
Who are you calling small? Wait, I was unconscious? Since when?
I'm not entirely sure what happened. How about asking Privity later when she wakes up?
Is Privity resting here too?
Indeed, she is. I gave her some soup to warm her up before going back to the association. She must have been awfully tired, though, because she fell asleep after only taking one sip. You must be famished as well. Wait right there, and I'll bring you breakfast in a jiffy.
I'm sorry, but I'm not particularly hungry at the moment. Besides, I have urgent business with the association. I really must be going.
Really? My goodness, she left in an awful hurry.
I can't believe I ran into the green-eyed culinary murderer. Whenever I'm forced to ingest her dishes, I feel like I've been banished to purgatory. Even Ingrid asked me to cover for her and say she was in a meeting when Emma brought some food over once. And Ingrid was never one for lying. If I hadn't beaten a swift retreat like I did, my adventure would have ended right then and there. Crisis averted. I'm sure Emma doesn't mean any harm, but that's precisely the problem. At any rate, I was so focused on running away that I haven't the foggiest idea of where I am. Which way must I go to get to the association? Is that?
Guillotine finds herself standing in front of an old shrine, located at the center of the village.
Laplace! What's a statue of Laplace doing here?
Don't you know? That's Laplace. She's protected this land for as long as we can remember.
So there was another hero besides me?
That's right. Good old Laplace. She always said how she wanted to be the best hero anyone's ever known. Only to end up an ordinary hero. Tragic, really.
Wait. If Laplace has been protecting this place for so long, what is she doing now? Why is she sitting back while the remnants of the Big O roam freely? And the winter's bane spreads unchecked?
Hard to say. Let me tell you a story that's been passed down in our village. When the white ice dragon came here, it brought the Big O along with it, blighting our lands and cursing us with the winter's bane. When that happened, the hero Laplace gathered her companions and embarked on a quest to lift the curse. The hero and her companions defeated Shifty, the strongest of the Big O's 4 heavenly kings, and slowed the spread of the winter's bane. However, Laplace eventually found herself bereft of proper companions, and so she was soundly defeated by the heavenly kings which remained. She did not even reach the Demon King's castle, where the white ice dragon resides. If you do not wish to suffer the same fate,
You must make sure to form a tightly knit party before embarking on your journey. Yes, Maiden said the same thing. I must find myself trustworthy companions. Looks like I'll have to summon them myself. Come with me. I'll introduce you to my very own companions.
I'm afraid I cannot do that. I'm busy right now.
Busy? If that is so, what are you doing here?
Can't you tell? I'm washing the graffiti off this statue. Those jerks at the Big O didn't leave me any space to write my own graffiti. So I'm wiping the whole slate clean to take revenge. That will show them who the real villain is.
Guillotine quietly walks away. Guillotine heads to the village square, and after confirming there is no one around, takes out a piece of chalk. With it, she draws a magic circle on the ground and chants a spell.
I, Guillotine de Mephisto, hereby declare, to those corporeal beings beneath this earth with whom my fate is entwined, respond to my call and the will of this world. I am the one who observes the world. I am the one who suppresses the one-winged Dark Lord. Friends from the Ark, come to me!
Darn. This isn't easy.
Not easy. What do you mean?
Boss? When did you get here?
You didn't pick up the phone, so I decided to stop by in person. I've been here for precisely 12 minutes and 5 seconds.
You called? I had no idea.
Have you been playing games all day again? I wish you could at least keep your room tidy.
Sorry.
What game were you playing this time?
Oh, it's called Combat Ace. You control the fighter jet, and you've got to shoot down enemy planes. Using tactics, that is.
Sounds like a wonderful game. But I seem to recall you playing Iron Punch not so long ago.
I'm past that now. After mastering all 763 levels with every character, there was nothing left to do.
763 levels? That many? At any rate, why aren't you playing with Guillotine? She seems obsessed with games as of late.
Oh, Guillotine?
Black Rose, I have a favor to ask of you.
What is it?
I've been undergoing virtual simulation training to make my movements more efficient, and was wondering if you would...
I'll pass.
Then what about...
Pass. Pass.
I didn't even say anything.
Pass.
Okay, fine, I'll be straight with you. I've started playing a game called Final Quest Online, but I'm having a tough time trying to level up. Whenever I'm with other players, all I end up doing is drag... well, things just don't go so well, that's all.
What? Who would dare speak to you that way?
Anyway, I was wondering if you could grant me access to Black Rose's breadth of knowledge. I happened to overhear that your avatar, Black Rose, is a legendary figure in Final Quest Online. There's only one boss raid which you haven't cleared. The rest you've managed to complete solo. A remarkable achievement truly befitting one who bears the moniker of Lone Master of Kododama.
Alright. Let me ask you something first. What is your profession exactly?
My profession? I am an adventurer, tasked with protecting Eronia. All sorts of guilds have tried to butter me up with job offers. But I could see plain as day that they only wanted to exploit my fame as a hero.
Oh, okay.
So then, would you join my party for an adventure? I want to enter the first dungeon, but no one will join me. Or rather, no one is good enough for me.
Guillotine, I'm going to give you an honest answer.
And I will give an honest reaction.
I'm not sure what compelled you to pick up gaming all of a sudden, but adventures are something you only go on with those whom you resonate with on a deep, emotional level.
Really?
Really. You're going to have to look for someone else other than me. Someone who is a good match for you. Besides, I've moved past joining parties with other players. It seems to me she simply picked it up out of curiosity. I'm sure she'll tire of it soon enough.
Curiosity, you say? I don't think that's the reason she started. But I suppose it's not my place to comment.
Are you done talking? If you are, I'd like to play one more round.
Maiden, after how badly you bungled your last mission, I placed you on indefinite suspension. I realize I gave you permission to spend your time in the dorm as you saw fit. But I hoped that you wouldn't slack off as much as you have. So, have you changed your mind?
No, my thoughts remain the same.
Very well then. This will be your final task. Come with me. Sorry for taking so long. It took a while to drag Maiden over here.
And I had fun having some alone time with Sweetie besides.
All right. Now that everyone's arrived, it's high time I explain why I've gathered you all here. 12 hours ago, during a newly created simulation, Guillotine used an ocular device without authorization. If we don't receive retroactive approval from the central government within 36 hours, Guillotine's brain will be subject to termination. I'm afraid not. Guillotine hasn't proven to be an irregular yet. Without tangible proof such as that, the central government won't be willing to issue retroactive approval. Our mission is simple. Go into the simulation, assess Guillotine's condition, and leave the simulation just as we came. If it's determined that Guillotine has become an irregular, you're authorized to terminate her as soon as you exit the simulation. If Guillotine becomes an irregular, you are the only Nikke who can do what must be done. If that situation comes, you will have to kill Guillotine yourself. Will you be able to do that, Maiden?
Me? As a member of the Extrinsic Squad, it is my duty to remain objective and distinguish between professional and personal affairs. I must keep my composure and do what must be done for the sake of the Ark. I will follow the orders that are given to me.
You're to assist Maiden in determining whether Guillotine has become an irregular or not. The final judgment call will be yours to make. The central government has decided that I am incapable of maintaining objectivity throughout this case. Moving on. Ink, please go over the simulation you've created.
Alrighty then. There I was, one day in the simulation room. Bored out of my gourd when it came to me. By using the data recorded in Nymph, I could create a simulation on a planetary scale. At the same time, I could set whatever people or objects the user feared most as the primary antagonist. I felt it would make for an incredibly immersive and enjoyable gaming experience. So I submitted the idea, and it got approved. And that is how Simulation MK2 was born. Guillotine was in the middle of quality testing when this incident occurred.
So, the simulation that we're about to enter is based on the data recorded in Guillotine's Nymph?
Correct! I see you were paying attention. You'll understand soon enough once you enter the simulation.
How do we get out of the simulation?
The same as any game. Either defeat the final boss, or open the system window and end the simulation.
Oh, that was simpler than I thought it'd be.
Naturally. Unfortunately, Guillotine hasn't been able to exit the simulation herself. Anyway, do you see that over there? You can use that machine to enter the simulation. Be careful not to take it off too suddenly, as that could have some damaging effects on your brain. Let me think. Ah, yes. Time in the simulation passes twice as fast as in reality. In other words, one day in the simulation is equal to 12 real-world hours.
All right, but I'm already worried what kind of world is waiting for us inside.
Now, quit your belly aching. Have you got your devices on? If you're ready, I'll start. Simulation, start!
Friends from the Ark, come to me! So you have answered my call.
Guillotine? Why do you look so triumphant? What is that outfit? Isn't that the hero skin from Final Quest Online?
That it is. It was not my intent to greet you dressed in such a fashion, believe me. My dear, dear maiden. You've arrived in rather spectacular garb yourself.
Huh? What do you mean? Gah! What the? It's the Niflheim priest set?
Is that a good thing?
It's fantastic. It's the ultimate item for any healer class. However, setting aside the fact that I've stumbled upon such a rare item, why in the world am I dressed like this?
The system must have intervened during the transfer and altered your appearances to better suit this world. Well, as long as it suits you, right? It's the same for you as well, partner. Ah, yes. Helheim armor. Maiden, please explain.
The Helheim armor set is the stuff every tanker dreams of. My character Black Rose wears it. And if you want to beat some of the toughest bosses, and the best job for busting straight through an enemy's patterns is... Hold on. Why am I explaining this? Where is this place anyway? How come we're all equipped with Final Quest Online gear? Commander, do you see that over there? There's a blacksmith and an inn. And there's an adventurer's guild over there. Commander, I've made my decision. You and I are going to live here for the rest of our lives. I'm going to go scope out where we'll build our honeymoon suite.
This is quite the dilemma. No longer can I call Maiden the Judicator of Crimson Roses. Maybe Judicator of Azure Roses? Or the Icy Judicator. Since she is now the companion of a heroic figure, she needs a name that will make an impression. Listen carefully, partner. I have been chosen to be the hero and transported to this world to defeat the White Ice Dragon. The fact that you were transported here as well tells me you are also destined to save the world alongside me. Therefore, you too will need a fitting name. What would fit you? Grim Reaper's partner? Rapture Slayer? Or maybe...
Commander, something strange is going on. The world in this simulation is flawlessly constructed. It's a fully functioning village of the type you'd see in a game. However, if this simulation was made based on data recorded in Guillotine's nymph, why would it look like that? Guillotine? And she still hasn't been able to clear the first dungeon? Didn't she ask you to form a party with her? What is that supposed to mean? Let's go back. You saw for yourself, Commander. Guillotine hasn't become an irregular. So let's go ahead and defeat the final boss and exit the simulation. It'd be a real shame for a die-hard gamer like myself to leave a virtual world like this so soon. Although it would have been better if it were just the two of us. We might as well have some fun while we're here. Let's go. Our fight starts now.
Judicator of the Black Abyss, Knight of Despair, Liberator of Sins. Boy, choosing a name for partner is harder than I thought. Oh, my apologies. I wouldn't want to disappoint you by taking too long. That's right. That is the reason why the three of us fated ones are here.
White Ice Dragon? I've never heard of any such monster before. Do you know anything about its attack patterns or weak spots?
Attack patterns? What do you mean?
Can't be too hard on her. She's new to all this. Can't be too hard on her.
Anyway, I was about to go to the association to gather information on the White Ice Dragon.
I'm sure they'll be able to tell us something.
So you agree, Ice Rose?
What did you just call me?
It's incredible. All the things that you always insisted weren't real, all exist here. The Big O, the association, and so much more.
Commander, it would be a good idea for us to get some more information from the association. Before we do that, however, we should arm Guillotine. She's the only one walking around without a weapon.
Why do I need a weapon? If anything happens, I can simply use my lethal eye. I already used them to defeat those Big O lackeys.
Commander, let's earn some money on the way to the association. And use it to buy some weapons for Guillotine. Also, tell Guillotine not to use the lethal eye anymore. Although, to be honest, she's only able to use it every so often, so it may not be an issue to begin with.
Now that the hero has assembled her party of reliable companions, they first decide to secure funds while en route to their next destination, the association.
By the way, Maiden, I have a question. Is it really okay for us to be doing this?
Guillotine, listen to me carefully. In just about any classic fantasy game containing heroes, it's common for all sorts of items to be hidden throughout villages to help you with gathering initial funds. They're a way for you to scrounge up some basic equipment before entering a dungeon. So, you've got to break open every wooden box and jar you see on the streets. We can't use this.
Maiden, the street is a complete wreck now.
Guillotine, don't make me repeat myself.
Okay.
Commander, I'm disappointed in you. Whenever you see an empty house, you go in and get items. That's Gaming 101. Guillotine, rummage through that garbage can.
Excuse me? That's hardly what a hero who has been transported here to save the world should be doing.
Garbage cans are veritable treasure troves. Would a hero pass up such a valuable opportunity? Oh, and be sure to get a good look at all the books. They might contain useful information. No matter how thick the tome, it's worth the search if we find even an illuminating line or two. Oh, there's a well over there. Let's go down.
Why in the world would we do that?
There might be a legendary weapon down there.
Say no more. I'll handle this. Heroic landing! Why didn't you tell me the well had run dry?
See anything at the bottom?
Not a thing! Huh? Hey! How do I get back up?
Now that we've gotten rid of that nuisance, you and I can enjoy ourselves.
The party proceeds to chase away a group of kids who came over to play tag.
I kinda wanted to play tag for a bit.
Oh, no you don't. You'd end up playing for 24 hours straight. And don't let your guard down either just because they're kids.
They beat a swift retreat after a run-in with a chicken.
But be careful! There's a chicken in front of us. If you bump into it by accident, our entire party could be wiped out.
After numerous misadventures, the party arrives at the association.
Is this the association? I thought it'd be a lot more secretive than this.
Well, it is an adventurers association after all. Anyway, we managed to gather quite a bit of money today.
I can't say my conscience feels entirely clear, but if you insist it's okay, then all right.
How can there be someone in this village more villainous than me?
It's true. They smashed every wooden box and jar they could find and turned the streets into a disaster zone. They looted empty houses and even chased away kids who only wanted to play with them. Here's a wanted poster.
Stop lying! Who would commit such villainous acts so openly? Who would dare engage in such flagrant villainy?
Do you think we should run, Commander?
I heard the hero and her party did it.
Hey, those people over there are trying to sneak off. Aren't they with that hero lady?
Stop right there, hero scum! Nobody breaks the law on my watch! Lend me a hand, bestie. We've got to catch them!
Okay. I will take those monsters down.
The group is promptly apprehended and put on trial.
Your Honor,
Why do I have to be the judge?
I, Prosecutor Novel, have come to formally press charges.
I'm too busy for this.
If you would, Judge, please proceed.
Very well. What are the charges?
Destruction of property, breaking and entering, theft, and not playing with children.
A most vile-sounding bunch.
Hold it! Objection!
What is it?
Oh, I just felt like that's what you say in a courtroom. You want to try it too, Commander?
Given the stentorian nature of the previous defendant, perhaps the knight in the armor will handle the defense? Who else could I be talking to?
This is an open and shut case, my friends. I have even prepared witnesses to prove the evil deeds of this party before you.
Objection!
I said be quiet!
Your Honor, subjective witness accounts are of little importance in this case. The only thing that matters in a court of law is objective evidence.
Makes sense.
Drats! I've been struck!
Defendants, present the evidence testifying to your innocence. Take what?
Not a shred. sounded like another line you're supposed to say in court.
Are you saying that you do not possess any evidence? Objection!
What is it this time?
Before the trial started, Maiden told me to shout that out if I felt we were about to lose. She said it's a magic phrase that'll help you win any case.
Have them all hanged in the public square!
You see, Judge? They have no evidence to support their case. Checkmate, my friends! The only thing left is the final verdict.
As much as I would like to take you all to the square and string you up, I suppose I should pass a fair judgment. The defendant is indeed guilty of detestable crimes, heinous enough to make even Drake shudder. However, in light of their contribution to defeating the Big O's lackeys and bringing freedom to our village, and under the condition that they solemnly pledge to lift the winter's bane, I will settle for sentencing them to a fine of 1,000 gold coins. This money will be used to fund the village's development. Given that they pose a flight risk prior to making this payment, the knight will remain here and assist me with my work. That is all.
I trusted you, Ice Rose. You said heroes would be forgiven. Anything they did in a village. I never expected that it would lead to me losing partner instead. What a cruel, lonely fate indeed. El Telema Solus.
How would I know that this is how things would unfold? This is a place where heroes and dragons exist. So why in the world is law and order suddenly a thing?
Maiden, I'm going to offer a sincere piece of advice. As a friend.
What is it?
Games are not reality.
I know that.
I hate to butt in, but do you all intend on bickering like this for much longer? There are many more adventurers waiting behind you. If you aren't going to take the quest...
Oh, sorry. What were the quests that we could take?
Rank 1 quest, the easiest out there.
Privity, I'm a hero. Such quests are far too simple for the likes of me. I, Guillotine de Mephisto, have sworn to walk a path lined with hardships. Go on then, and tell us what is the most difficult quest you have. Preferably one with a high reward.
All of the quests with lucrative payouts have already been taken.
What? By who?
Sorry. But if it's a master rank quest you want, I've claimed them all.
You! The blue-eyed little devil! Once again you stand in our way. The one-winged Dark Lord sealed in my right eye is stirring. It longs to do battle with you.
Then tell it to keep waiting.
I shall try.
Ugh, ignore her. What business do you have with us, Vesti? Are you planning on arresting us again? We've already been cleared in a court of law.
That's not why I'm here. I thought we could talk for a bit.
Talk? About what?
Well, you see, I was thinking of going on a subjugation quest. I need someone to be a bullet sponge for me while I cast spells. Act as a shield for me. Do you, think by any chance y'all could team up with me?
You scooped up all the Master Rank quests without even forming a party beforehand? Wait, did you say something about a shield?
Yeah. No. I only said I don't have any companions.
We'll hear you out. What does the quest entail?
The quest is... subjugate the monster which is threatening the village.
Taking down a menacing beast? Sounds thrilling! What kind of monster is it? This is a fantasy world we're in, so perhaps a slime? A golem? A skeleton soldier?
No.
Could it be? Phew. Alright, I'm ready. A dark conflagration king consuming the sky. A ferocious tiger which shakes the earth as it bares its fangs. A black dragon virus moaning amongst the chaotic void. The black hedgehog that destroys all. It doesn't matter what it is. Out with it.
You're close, but...
Did you hear me? Out with it!
the creature we must eliminate is a special type of rapture.
Ugh. Let's go, Guillotine.
Go do what?
Check whether there are any other quests worth accepting.
If you complete the quest, you'll all get 1,000 gold coins each. Still want to turn it down?
A snowfield fairly far from the village. An area where raptures lie in wait for adventurers who have lost their way. It is in this perilous place where the party's first battle occurs.
I'll start. While I cast an explosive spell, you all buy me some time.
Done. Guillotine, you take the front. I'll be right behind you casting spells.
Got it. What exactly do I do there?
It's not her fault. She's new at this. It's not her fault.
Maiden?
Well, you see, it's the Vanguard's responsibility to keep the Raptures from harming Vesti while she casts her spell.
Sounds simple enough.
Since you seem to have a grasp of it, shall we start? Is everyone ready?
I was born ready. Ready.
Then let the battle begin.
A horde of raptures, led by a special entity, come rushing in. But the party remains calm and faces them head-on.
You see, Maiden? These raptures are nothing. I can handle them all on my own. So much strength in this body of mine.
Guillotine proceeds to smash the nearby raptures to smithereens with her bare fists.
Embraced by freezing air, yet so internally warm. Oh, great Scotty, grant us a victory in this battle. Absolute zero.
Meanwhile, Maiden chants a magic spell to freeze the raptures and keep them from approaching.
Justice, fallen upon the infallible boundary, appears now as an intangible distortion. Final flame explosion!
Vesti completes the incantation for her spell.
Guillotine, move back!
Affirmative.
Once Vesti is sure Maiden and Guillotine have pulled back, Vesti pulls out her rocket launcher. And then... a shell flies from the rocket launcher. And a resounding explosion causes the entire snowfield to be blanketed in thick plumes of white smoke. Every rapture caught in the blast radius is utterly obliterated.
Another lovely explosion today.
I have a question. Why do you bother carrying a staff if you have that thing?
Oh, the staff is more of a fashion statement than anything. Don't question it, Maiden. This is way cooler at any rate.
Call me crazy, but this makes me wonder. Do we even need a hero? Seems to me that Vesti could take down the final boss all by herself.
How can you say that? You've got it all wrong. My lethal eye can easily release this much firepower.
Right, I'm sure. Let's head back.
Okay. Check this out, maiden. An entire purse full of gold coins.
Is it okay for us to be taking this? Vesti practically did all the work.
Hey, whatever works. Now that we've collected our reward, we should...
Ahem. You are indeed the hero of the party.
Oh my gosh, what's a little cutie like you doing here?
Maiden, where are your manners?
Sorry?
I can feel something coming from Chloe. I mean, this extraordinary girl.
You can? I'm not so convinced. Hold on, do you know her name?
Oh no. I just felt like it would be a good name for her.
You shouldn't make up names like that.
It's okay with me. At any rate, I've heard about what you've done for the village. So, I'd like to express my gratitude on their behalf. Would you be willing to hear me out for a moment?
On behalf of the village?
She's our village chief.
But she's so young! Also, why are you still here?
I thought we were friends.
So will you lend me your ear?
Oh, sorry. Please, go ahead.
In the days of yore, the hero Laplace received the legendary sword from the goddess and used it to defeat the raptures that covered this world. But then, seemingly out of nowhere, the evil white ice dragon appeared and sent the Big O out to conquer Laplace and encase the entire world with ice. Guillotine, our hero, you must defeat the white ice dragon and end the winter's bane in order to ensure that our world does not come to an end.
Wow, I didn't think we'd get to take part in an event like this.
Guillotine, will you fulfill our wish?
I certainly will.
Good, and one more thing. To celebrate the formation of your heroic party, the association has prepared a banquet. We would be honored if you graced us with your presence.
Shout it out so the speakers break! Make some noise!
A fine song that stirs the cold and makes the blood boil.
Why is a minstrel playing an electric guitar?
For goodness sake, maiden, must you question everything? Because it's cool, that's why.
All right, fine.
I've been thinking about this for a while. We really could use a chef and bard in our party.
I think we're perfect with our current roster. We have enough firepower and someone to assume the front line. Having said that, don't you think we're forgetting something?
We are?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but the banquet is in full swing. May I ask you to say a few words? At the village chief's request, everyone stops and turns towards Guillotine.
A few words. Maiden, what should I say?
How would I know?
Then... Okay, fine. I've been through hell since I was transported to this world. But looking back, it's been a blast. You guys were right. Adventuring is best done with people you connect with. This wonderful world has given me so many wonderful memories. So I propose to...
Guillotine, wait!
And so, the cheerful banquet night continues.
Can the chatter, newbie. That's better. There's a lot left to do. So keep working on those papers. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you see, we received an important quest from the village chief. Don't worry, it's not like we forgot about you. Isn't that right, Ice Rose?
That's right. It was a very important quest telling us the purpose of the game. If we skipped it, it would be like refusing to play the game outright.
The way I remember it, you two had an awful lot of fun last night.
What? We did no such thing. You're still here?
Of course. We're friends now, after all.
Anyway, we only have 2 days until our deadline. We need to hurry and get Guillotine's gear ready.
Good idea. Vesti, where's the weapon shop? Over there.
Wow. This place has practically every weapon I've ever seen in the game.
Huh? All I see are clothes.
They're displayed all around you if you look carefully. Do you see that over there, Commander? That's the Moonlight Sword.
You know about the Moonlight Sword. You have a good eye.
It's a legendary sword, strong enough to smash through any hardened helmet.
Indeed. Then how about this one?
That's too big to be called a sword. It's cumbersome, heavy, and crudely made. It's more like a heap of raw iron.
You, wait here a moment. I realize that. I'm going to bring you out something good. Just wait here. Time is money, weakling.
Unhwa proceeds to show the party a wide variety of weapons fit for a hero, including a great sword where various orbs could be inserted, an iron crowbar that could knock an enemy out cold, and a diamantine sword, all surrounded by piles of books.
You have a talent for this. Help yourself to whatever you like, even the special items in the back. I'll give you a discount as well.
Guillotine, since you're still a rookie, you wait here for a moment. I'll set you up with the finest equipment money can buy.
What the? That's a lot of stuff. If we wear all this, we'll be so weighed down we'll barely be able to walk. I say we ditch the shield and helmet.
But they go so well together! Wait a moment, I'll choose again. Guillotine, hold this.
It's just a stick.
Weapon stores have always stockpiled weapons with little regard for quality. What that means, however, is that you may find some real diamonds in the rough. It set me back 100 coins, so be careful with it.
What? You spent 100 coins on this?
I saw some brilliant communication devices when I was back there.
Wait, Maiden? Excuse me, Blue-Eyed Beret. Would you be interested in buying this back from us?
I'll take it for 1 gold coin.
Whatever. I don't need this stuff anyway. A sword fit for a hero is enough.
A hero's sword? If that's what you're looking for, you've come to the wrong place. You need to head to the temple.
What?
If I'd known this was where we had to go, I wouldn't have been so interested in that other shop. Let me share a little premonition with you. This stick is going to come in real handy later. Just you watch. Anyway, here it is. The legendary sword. Frima is cradling it in her arms. Why is she hugging onto something like that while sleeping?
She is the sword spirit tasked with safeguarding the hero's sword for all of time.
Should we wake her?
We're unable to awaken the sword spirit. Not even Maiden's magic. Or Vesti's rocket launcher could lull her from her slumber.
We have no other choice. It's time to use the lethal eye.
Don't you dare.
Never mind. So what do we do now?
Let's head back to the association. The village chief might know a way. Why are you smashing up a perfectly good guitar?
You mean you don't know?
Don't know what?
This is a sacred ritual musicians used to express a burning passion.
Okay, I'm satisfied. Let's keep it moving and head to the next song.
Partner, may I give in to the music for a moment? My blood is boiling.
Let me hear you scream!
You were looking for me?
Yes, surprisingly.
The sword spirit? Wait a moment. I will bring someone who will know. There is still one of the hero's old companions who still remains.
Oh?
You've got some nerve disturbing me while I'm resting. I'll answer whatever questions you have, so fire away!
Oh, great villainous Drake. We need a way to obtain the legendary sword.
You intend to claim that weapon?
I do.
Very well. I consider you and your cohorts as commendable villains, so I'll tell you how to procure the weapon. After the battle with Shifty of the Four Heavenly Kings, Laplace learned from the sage that her end was near. She therefore entrusted the sword spirit with her sword and asked her to pass it on to a successor if another hero should appear one day.
So the story goes. The question is, how do we awaken the sword spirit?
Even during our own adventures, the sword spirit mostly remained dormant. When she wished to awaken her, she did so by playing a song. Specifically using a flute made from wisteria wood. But I must inform you, that flute has been missing for a long time. In other words, you're plain out of luck. How do you feel about being defeated by the villainous Drake? Despair, you pitiful hero!
Did you say flute? Like this thing?
How did you get that?
I told you this would come in handy later, Commander. But do any of us know how to play the flute?
Not me.
Me neither.
Sorry, I don't know either. I dropped a few narrative breadcrumbs myself, Maiden.
Sorry?
I told you that a chef and a bard were imperative to a well-balanced party. Volume, join my crew.
Much time has passed. This is the first time the four heavenly kings have gathered since La Défaite de Shifty, no?
Quit wasting my time, will you? Get to the point and tell me why you called us over here.
The ACPU that was overseeing the village has been defeated. Based on the rumors we're hearing, it was a hero's doing.
A hero? Impossible! I've already taken care of the hero.
Has another appeared?
I'm not sure.
Très bien. I will move out with my queens.
What do you plan on doing if you run into them?
I'll have to get rid of the problem, n'est-ce pas?
What the hell? You said this was going to be a magnificent stage. And you've got me performing in front of a boulder? Fine, but in exchange, you all have to be my managers for my next performance. Understand? All right, let's get this show on the road.
A new addition to the party approaches Frima and plays the flute.
I can't believe it. She actually woke up.
Hey. Disturb sleep? You die.
You wish to test me? I'll take it from here, everyone. So it's a challenge then. Come at me, Frima. Your orders, partner? Want to see what I can do? Well, wait no longer. Come, one-winged Dark Lord, Dragon of the Deep.
Black smoke flows from Guillotine's right eye, which soon transforms into the shape of a dragon and surges forth, impaling Frima.
Pain. You're good. Inherit hero's sword. Congrats. Back to sleep.
Guillotine, your eye!
Didn't I tell you? If I use the lethal eye, the firepower is immense.
Guillotine?
For the second time since coming to this world, the effort of using the power sealed within her eye has caused Guillotine to faint.
Step back, Commander. Something's wrong.
Orders. All irregulars must be defeated.
Ice barrier. Commander, I can't hold out for too long. Get behind me! Commander!
Irregulars must all...
I think she's fainted again. Are you okay, Commander? That's your decision to make, Commander. It's up to you to determine whether guillotine is an irregular or not. No matter what decision you make, the most important thing now is to keep Guillotine from using her power. As a member of the Extrinsic Squad, it is my duty to remain objective and distinguish between professional and personal affairs. I must keep my composure and do what must be done for the sake of the Ark. I will follow the orders that are given to me. Is it all ready? Is Guillotine awake? I sent them back. They'll be back tomorrow morning. Well, I better get going. What is it? I did. I wasn't really hinting at anything. I meant it literally. This is the last mission in which I'll be taking part with you, Commander. I made a promise to Ingrid. Once this mission is over, I'll undergo a memory wipe. Oh, don't misunderstand. I'm the one who requested it. Right now, I don't belong anywhere. I can't carry out any missions as extrinsic, nor can I enjoy gaming anymore. That's why I decided to get my memory wiped. Hey, don't worry about it too much. I left traces of myself here and there. First of all, I made sure to take the top spot in all the games I'm playing. Stay here. I'll go see what's happening.
The path to the village has been cleared.
Bien joué, Sakura. Now then, my queen. Bring all those who call themselves heroes to me.
Dead or alive?
Of course. It doesn't matter.
Excellent. I love not having to worry about the details. Come, let's go hunting.
We'll go as well. Let's show them the power of the Big O.
Let's go.
Magnifique! Tonight will be a long, long night indeed. From now on, it's our time! Entertainment!
On to our next story. A mass shooting took place in the city last night around 9 p.m. Current reports state that 8 citizens were killed and more than 20 seriously injured. Citizens have gathered at the scene to voice their anger. The Nikke responsible for the massacre was disposed of on the spot. But it does not seem that the outrage of the protesters who have gathered on the streets will subside anytime soon. At the same time, additional protests led by certain Nikke-phobia groups are causing further damage.
There you are. Let's go back. Guillotine?
Ingrid. This is because of me. I hesitated, and Chloe got hurt, and people died. I knew that Nikke was irregular, and anything she said was complete gibberish. I knew that, and yet I still hesitated. Now look at what's happened. Innocent people are dead, and there's panic in the streets. And Chloe, my only friend, was injured, and I'm the one to blame. This is all my fault. All of it.
Guillotine, I told you. It's time to go back.
Go back? Go back to where? To Extrinsic? Back to the old routine? I couldn't even complete the one mission assigned to me. I wasn't able to protect the only friend I had left. Now there's nothing left for me. What do I have to go back to?
So then, will you remain standing still? Will you not move forward?
I told you. There's nothing left for me. Where would I go? For what?
Stop babbling and answer my question, Gio.
Guillotine hastily rises and bangs her head into the suit of armor.
It's an enemy ambush! Wait, was that you, partner? Don't worry. This body of mine is...
Just then, Guillotine stops, realizing that she is being held in the armored knight's arms.
It's just... How should I say this? Don't you think we're a bit close for comfort? Of course it doesn't bother me at all. I'm only pointing it out in case you're uncomfortable. What the? What's going on out there?
Ice barrier. Everybody knows not to fight in certain safe zones, villages included. Gamers these days don't even follow the basic rules. So uneducated. Don't they care about getting shadow banned?
The Big O was conceived under oppression, grew in the cradle of discrimination, and will one day fall into the grave of destruction. This is karma. Basic rules? Those aren't important to me. I will do as my heart pleases.
Wow. That's the kind of nonsense I usually expect to hear from Guillotine.
Maiden. Oh, right, you're called Ice Rose in this world, aren't you?
No. You must have me confused with another mage.
Fine. Titles aren't that important anyway. Maiden, you have something that Lord Mustang of the Four Heavenly Kings wants. If you don't hand over the hero, then we will take them by force.
I'd like to see you try. You better be prepared, though. The only one who has ever gone up against me and won is Psy Control.
The moon is beautiful. The night is still long. Spend a bit more time with me, please.
Commander?
Move, maiden. Speed is power. Have you ever been cut at the speed of light, Sakura?
Death comes instantaneously. Charging down from the second floor of the inn, Guillotine cuts down Sakura in one swift strike.
That should sort things out.
You're not too bad at fighting, Commander. Is that so? It looks to me like we could clear the final boss even without guillotine. How about you and I stay back and watch the ending unfold? Just the two of us. Jeez, talk about giving me the cold shoulder. Well, Sakura mentioned something about Lord Mustang and 4 Heavenly Kings. The 4 Heavenly Kings. When you acquire the ultimate weapon in a game, there's usually a corresponding event where you encounter an enemy to test it on. The fact I didn't anticipate such a common series of events is a serious dent to my gaming cred.
Are you saying those enemies attacked because we attained the hero sword?
Don't worry too much. Those 4 Heavenly Kings that came barging in are merely a test of our power. Once we defeat one of them, more will appear. That was the weakest amongst us. My power level is over 9,000! Those are rookie numbers! Mine's over 530,000! They'll be spouting off all sorts of nonsense like these. Anyway, we only have one more day to complete our mission. We have to get a move on. We will defeat the 4 Heavenly Kings and take down the final boss in one fell swoop. Should we first direct our attacks at the Heavenly King who attacked the village? Good question.
If it's the 4 Heavenly Kings, they're probably at the association. I've been hearing strange voices coming from there for a while now. Stuff like, entertainment!
No doubt about it.
So it's the hedonistic Dance King. As a fellow destruction type, I'm not so compatible with him.
Sure, that's why. Before we leave, I want to confirm something. Guillotine, are you back to normal?
What do you mean?
Yep, you're back to normal, all right. I'd like to remind you once again, do not use the lethal eye anymore. Got it?
But what if we're in danger?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I'll consider your proposal.
Just a minute, everyone. You must be exhausted after that battle. You can rest here. I'll bring you something to eat.
Maiden, didn't you say we were in a hurry?
We certainly are. We need to leave right away.
Sorry, Emma. But duty calls.
Oh? They all took off again, and so quickly. Well then, wishing you all a safe adventure.
On the way to the association, various skirmishes are taking place. One of which is a battle that gets on everyone's nerves.
I thought I told you to get lost. Stop loitering around here.
Jeez. Aren't you being a bit harsh? Don't you know that I just got here? Now's finally my time to shine. I can't just pack up and leave without doing anything.
You're so annoying. We aren't a part of the hero's party.
All you're doing is wasting time. That's why everyone thinks you're a moron.
What?
Judge, if I may, I'd ask you to leave this moron to me. You can handle the rest.
I keep telling you that I'm not a judge.
Elsewhere, a battle of exceeding awkwardness is taking place.
What the? How are you still alive? I thought all of LaPlaza's companions were killed.
What a silly question to ask! because I'm no heroic accomplice, but a villain!
Come again?
All of you posers, stop trying to act like villains and get lost! I've decided to claim this place for myself!
What are you talking about? Anyway, you've taken this a step too far. Come at me. I'll take you on.
I hope you're ready, Privity!
Me?
Didn't you say before that you could take a thug like that down by yourself?
When did I ever say that? They seem pretty peeved.
Huh, don't worry. I'll deal with them. All you need to focus on is casting your magic spell.
Magic spell? I'm not sure if I want to do that.
Then you leave me no choice, Privity. If you fail to live up to what this world expects of you, you will soon fall into the clutches of the Big O.
Okay, I'll do it. Become tastier! Coochie!
That's more like it! Alright, let's go take on Rosanna!
Thanks to the adventurers who bravely opposed the Big O, Guillotine and her party are able to reach the association unencumbered. Once there, they encounter the first of the 4 heavenly kings.
Ah, so you're finally here! I've been waiting for all of you! Now, allow me to make one proposition. As you know, only one day remains until the winter's bane reigns in totality. Everyone will freeze to death. And the perfect new world under the controlled total of the Big O will be born! Should you interfere with my plans, damnation is all that awaits you.
Mustang, the hedonistic dance king himself, I ask you, do you truly think such threats will work on me, Guillotine de Mephisto?
Okay then, I shall grant you mercy. This time, I will push me adorable girls back and take you down one by one myself!
Are you saying you're going to fight honorably? Very well. We will send out one of our party as well. I'll even let you choose.
Guillotine. I would suggest hitting him hard and then launching an all-out attack once he's knocked down.
What? A hero such as I would never stoop so low. Now tell me, Mustang, who shall be your first opponent?
The knight in armor, avance! Yes, you shall be my first adversary!
You sound like you've been looking forward to this.
Such courageous. Truly fitting for one who is a hero's companion. Maintenant, you and I shall commencer the dance battle!
Up, down, left, and right. Mustang, the Heavenly King, dances his elaborate dance under the moonlight.
And that brings my dance to a close! Now, it's your turn. Can you measure up?
Come on, partner. You can do it. I have faith in you.
Blur! Did you think I wouldn't know? How dare you try to use such dangerous techniques in a sacred dance battle! I shall never pardon you for this!
At that very moment, the blast of an electric guitar rings out from deep inside the association.
Sail to there.
I was trying to kill some time until my next performance. But I couldn't watch this poor showing any longer.
What? Take on, young lady! You will face me!
Sure. You okay with that, manager? Exactly what I was thinking. Alright, time to end this.
Let's see you try this on for size! For this is my best dance! And tail mouth!
Left, right, up, left, and right. Down, up, right, and again right. Mustang performs an even flashier and more entertaining dance.
Now, it's your turn! Can you follow that one?
Screw this. It's like I always say. Shoot first, ask questions later.
I've been beaten!
This is real life. Not child's play.
You dastardly! Other heavenly kings stronger than me will soon appear! As strong as I am, I'm the weakest amongst us all! Entertainment!
Well, that was a bit anticlimactic.
I told him we'd give him a fair fight.
Thanks. Really, thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. There are still remnants of the Big O in the village. Wait here a moment. I'll take care of it.
There's no need for that. Now that Mustang has fallen, the adventures in our association can mop up the rest. The most important thing right now is the Winter's Bane. As the Heavenly King said, there's only one day left. After that, the Winter's Bane will cover the entire world. Guillotine, our hero! The adventurers will protect the village. So you must go defeat the White Ice Dragon and end the Winter's Bane. Most pressingly, you must bring this story to its most satisfying conclusion. one that Chloe can accept, one which Chloe finds fulfilling.
Huh?
A long time has passed since this story began. You're prepared to deliver the best ending for Chloe, are you not?
I'm not ready.
Could you not mumble in front of everyone? It brings back some bad memories.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, I will show you all the way to the Demon King's castle. North of our village, there's a portal created by the hero Laplace's companion Maxwell. If you take that portal, you will be transported directly in front of the Demon King's castle. I will open up the portal so you can use it.
So it's a shortcut. Got it.
The only thing is that not everyone can enter the Demon King's castle. Only those possessing the courage to move forward may gain access. Keep that in mind.
No, manager. I'll look for Vestia on my own. You don't have to concern yourself with her. I was planning on staying behind in the village to do some mopping up anyway. They're the ones who ruined my stage, so I've got to deal with them personally. Once I'm finished here, Vestia and I will join up with you. You can head straight to the Demon King's castle. Understand?
Commander, we don't have much time left. Let's do as Volume says.
Don't worry about me. Worry about yourselves. You're the ones heading straight into the lion's den.
Defeat the White Ice Dragon and save the world from destruction. As the hero and her retinue set out for the Demon King's castle, they feel the burden of their tremendous mission, even though they all know exactly how the journey would end. The party travels through the portal and finds themselves in a village completely frozen over by the winter's bane. It clearly illustrates that they are one step closer to the White Ice Dragon in the Demon King's castle, and that the end of the story is drawing near.
A world where everything is frozen. What a desolate place.
Painfully so.
Huh? Do you see that over there? Is that some kind of light?
The party eventually reaches a place with a bonfire. Or more precisely, a rifle which has been propped in the ground is belching fire from the barrel. Beside the fire is Exia, sitting in a plastic chair.
Exia?
I thought you'd gone into hiding after our first meeting. So this is where you've been.
Ah, so it's you. El Telema Solos. So you've come to this place for the White Ice Dragon.
Take a look at this, Exia. These are my companions. Contrary to what you said, I am not without companions.
Unfortunately for you, utterly bereft of companions, you are fated to die in loneliness.
You're still blabbering about that?
This is a world based on Guillotine's nymph. So, that's not Exia. At least, not the Exia I know. Oh. All right, Exia. First things first. If we sit by the bonfire, will you enhance our stats?
Go. Go to the icebound Demon King's castle, where the source of this winter's bane resides. If you wish to be a hero, this is what you must do, even if you have no companions.
Exia?
Ah, so it's you. El Telema Solos.
Is this just another NPC that repeats the same few lines? Let's ignore her and move along.
Before that, may I offer a suggestion? Before we head into the Demon King's castle, we should at least discuss a method to defeat the White Ice Dragon. Don't you think?
Wow, you're learning. Well, since our goal is a flawless no-death run, it's only right that we discuss how to defeat the White Ice Dragon in advance. We'll also need to figure out a few safety measures, since we need to finish the raid without anyone bowing out prematurely.
The battle hasn't even begun, and I can feel my blood starting to boil. So, Maiden, what should I do?
What you need to do is simple. Just don't use the lethal eye.
What?
Do you remember what happened both times after you've used it recently?
How could I forget? Every time after I've used it, I wake up in the inn. Hold on. Don't tell me.
That's right.
So that's what's been going on. In the past, I sealed the one-winged Dark Lord away in my right eye. Afterwards, I have used its power to defeat evil, but without breaking the seal entirely. Every time I have unleashed that power, I have felt it. I have felt the one-winged Dark Lord biding its time, waiting for a moment of weakness from me. Waiting for the day when the seal is broken to take control of my body. No wonder I felt the power in my eye become stronger since coming to this world. It was all the work of the one-winged Dark Lord.
So, if you keep using the lethal eye, the seal may end up breaking?
You pick things up quickly, Ice Rose, as expected of you. Indeed, if I unleash the full power contained within this eye of mine, the seal will be broken, and the one-winged Dark Lord will take over my body.
Ugh. You fabricating wild stories like that is why all this happened in the first place. I'm so tired.
Oh no. Now you're interested in the one-winged Dark Lord as well, partner. It seeks to create a world ruled by silence. It is an evil entity, and it will eliminate anything that stands in its way.
All the more reason not to use your eye. What do you plan to do if the one-winged Dark Lord assumes complete control? You're a member of Extrinsic as well, Guillotine. When we say that our targets are irregulars, that doesn't refer only to corrupted Nikkes, but to any and all Nikkes that pose a threat to the Ark. And it's safe to say that the one-winged Dark Lord could be considered such a threat.
So, if the demon does indeed possess me completely, I must ask of you.
Huh?
To ensure that the world does not fall into chaos, you must carry out your duty, Maiden. If I am consumed by the one-winged Dark Lord, and I become an irregular, you must eliminate me and become a hero of the Ark.
A hero of the Ark. And what about me? What if I become an irregular? Would you do what has to be done, Guillotine?
Of course I would. All extrinsic members must distinguish between professional and personal affairs. I must keep my composure and do what must be done for the sake of the Ark. I will follow the orders that are given to me.
I see.
However, you will not become an irregular.
No one can say that for sure.
No. I'll make sure that it doesn't happen. Even if I have to sacrifice this body, I will make sure you never become an irregular. Maiden, you will not become an irregular.
Guillotine, why are you always willing to do so much for me?
Aw, it's almost enough to get you wet around the eyeballs. Rust buckets these days. They'll say just about anything, apparently. You better watch out. How does filth like you dare to look me in the eye? Suin of the 4 Heavenly Kings.
Of all the times to run into one of these guys. We don't have time for this. If this keeps up, Guillotine will.
The armored knight draws his giant sword and slams it into the ground, sending ice shards scattering everywhere. At the same time, a towering wall of ice forms between the armored knight and the rest of the team members.
Commander? But... All right. I won't let you down. Let's go, Guillotine.
Hey, are you sure about this? It seems you're awfully cocky after facing Mustang. But he was the weakest among us. Unlike him, my power level is over 9,000. No, wait, I mean 530,000. Do you really think you can take me on by yourself? Huh? What have I taught you?
The hero, Guillotine, and Maiden arrive at the entrance of the Demon King's castle. Before them stands a towering castle gates, encased in great chunks of ice. Thanks to the help of their companions, their journey is reaching its final stage.
Once we pass through these gates, it's the final boss. Are you ready, Guillotine?
Well,
Lead the way.
Me?
With our current loadout, it makes sense to have you in the front and me in the rear.
Okay. I'll take the lead. Phew.
After nervously staring at the castle gates for a while, Guillotine tightly shuts her eyes and moves forward. When she does, she hits her forehead on a chunk of ice.
Ouch!
You okay, Guillotine?
What is this thing?
She tries again to move forward, but
Ouch! I think there's been some kind of mistake. How can a hero be unable to even enter the castle? I've never heard of such a thing. What is going on?
Guillotine punches the gate, slashes it with her sword, and charges at it with full force. But nothing she does affects the immovable chunks of ice.
Don't worry, Maiden. If we just keep working at it, surely...
Remember what the village chief said earlier? The entrance to the Demon King's castle only opens for those with the courage to move forward. Guillotine, are you afraid of the white ice dragon that lies beyond these gates?
There's no use trying to hide it. Yes, it's as you say.
I see.
But that doesn't mean we've hit a wall. There must be some other way to enter this place.
Guillotine, you stay here.
What?
You've experienced some very horrifying things, so it's only natural that you're unable to go on. I'm in the same situation myself.
You mean you feel the same way?
Do you remember the last mission that we had together?
I remember. We were tasked with apprehending the Electric Shock Squad, who had orchestrated a terrorist attack inside the Ark, and handing them over to the central government.
That's right. That day, I disobeyed orders and handed Trony over to Alec. You remember what happened then? I was put on indefinite probation for insubordination. As for Trony and Alec, they were handed over to the MMR and had their memories wiped. No longer was I allowed to be an agent for the central government. I ruined everything, and I've been spinning my wheels ever since. So, I decided to blot out the negative experience. To me, that was the only way that I could move forward again. The higher-ups told me that if I had my memory erased, they would let me continue to carry out missions as part of Extrinsic.
What? Maiden, that's...
I will defeat the White Ice Dragon for you. It's time to rid yourself of that which terrifies you. I can help you achieve that. The last thing I want to say is thank you for letting me enjoy such a great adventure.
Maiden passes through the gate and enters the Demon King's castle. Guillotine attempts to follow her, but... As before, the gates do not let her pass. And so, the journey of the hero Guillotine ends here. Guillotine has no idea how the story will continue. She only arrived in front of the Demon King's castle, unable to enter. And so, our poor, pitiable hero was unable to bring the story to a satisfying conclusion, thereby leaving her precious Chloe oh so disappointed. Isn't that right, Guillotine?
Why can't I do this? I want closure for this story. But now when I've nearly reached the end, I'm filled with fear.
You're still stuck here? Pathetic.
Ingrid?
The 4 Heavenly Kings didn't even have to do anything. You were destined to fall apart the moment you reached the Demon King's castle. Thanks to you, the Winter's Bane will soon be complete. Because of your inaction, this world will perish. A hero who ended up bringing about an entire apocalypse. How tragic.
No. Maiden said she would defeat the White Ice Dragon. If she does that, the Winter's Bane will also...
Fool! You actually believe Maiden will defeat the White Ice Dragon. As we speak, Laplace is guarding the front of the castle. Maiden doesn't stand a chance against her. She'll never even reach the White Ice Dragon.
But why is Laplace...
After defeating Shifty and challenging the remaining 4 Heavenly Kings, Laplace was completely brainwashed by Suen. Since ancient times, heroes have possessed bodies that are nearly invincible. As such, there are only a few means capable of harming such individuals. The hero's sword, the White Ice Dragon's breath, and the lethal eye, to name a precious few. And so, Guillotine, this story will end as a tragedy. By failing to defeat the White Ice Dragon, the Winter's Bane will engulf the world. And Maiden, unable to fulfill her final wish of helping you, will have her memory wiped. For Chloe, for Maiden, and for you, it will be the most tragic possible ending. That is where your story ends. So then, will you remain standing still? Will you not move forward?
Ingrid, I don't know. I'm the one who ruined this story, and I don't know how to rewrite it.
Stop prevaricating and answer my question. I ask you again. Will you stand still? Or will you move forward?
Thank you, Ingrid. Thank you for the reminder. I remember now where I decided to go that day and for what purpose.
Very good. Move forward. Nothing will stop you now.
You're not going to try and stop me?
If Maiden were here, I'm sure she'd say something along the lines of, one of the 4 heavenly kings will inevitably betray the others.
Blizzard. My attacks are completely ineffective. I can't keep this up.
You dare block the path of a hero? I will burn it all!
I'm left with no choice. I have to use the Kododama.
You dare block the path of a hero? I will burn it!
Thankfully, I'm not too late.
Guillotine?
I'll take it from here, Ice Rose. You'll have your moment to shine soon enough.
I can't believe this.
Laplace, long time no see. No need to chit-chat. I, Guillotine de Mephisto, shall once again break the seal of the one-winged Dark Lord that slumbers within my eye.
No! Guillotine, don't!
Run wild, one-winged Dark Lord! Shine, ancient owl!
You dare block the...
And with that, I've proven that I am stronger than the previous hero.
I told you not to use the lethal eye!
Maiden, listen carefully. Do all the duties asked of you. As I said before, once I've been consumed by the one-winged Dark Lord, you must take me down and become the hero of the Ark. I've become an irregular. If you defeat me, you can resume your mission as part of the extrinsic squad. Simulation ending.
Guillotine! Guillotine.
Orders are orders. Irregulars must be defeated. All irregulars must be eliminated.
If Guillotine becomes an irregular, you are the only Nikke who can do what must be done. If that situation comes, you will have to kill Guillotine yourself. Will you be able to do that, maiden?
I'm sorry. Embraced by freezing air, yet so warm inside. Oh, great Scatty, cover the enemy in thine breath. Time it dust.
All irregulars must be eliminated.
Guillotine, there's something you forgot. I'm a battle mage. So now... Please, stop!
So then, would you join my party for an adventure? I want to enter the first dungeon, but no one will join me. Or rather, no one is good enough for me.
Stop!
I've been through hell since I was transported to this world. But looking back, it's been a blast. You guys were right. Adventuring is best done with people you connect with.
Enough!
However, you will not become an irregular. I'll make sure that it doesn't happen. Even if I have to sacrifice this body, I will make sure you never become an irregular.
Stop it!
I'm sorry. Are you hurt?
This is...
I'm sorry. Are you hurt?
Huh?
You seem quite surprised. I suppose that's to be expected. You just saw the Grim Reaper incarnate. I strike fear in the hearts of Nikkes. It's natural to be afraid. Just now, I defeated an irregular that wanted to do you harm. I have no intention of harming you, so don't worry.
Wow.
Hmm?
What did you just do? You just took down one of Big O's lackeys with a glance! That was amazing!
It was?
Don't tell me. You have the lethal eye?
Lethal eye? What's that?
There's no need to pretend. I already already know that you have the one-winged Dark Lord sealed within you.
The one-winged what? I'm not entirely sure I follow you. But are you saying that you're not afraid of me?
Afraid? Why would a member of the association fear a friend? You and I are on the same team.
If you say so. Anyway, I'll take you home, so follow me.
Wowie! To think I get to meet the one holding the seal binding the one-winged Dark Lord. This is a day for the history books! Are you going to stand there all day? Come inside.
I only promised to escort you to your house, not go inside.
I've been waiting for this day! A day when the one with the lethal eye would appear. Fate has brought you and me together. Who are we to deny it?
You've been going on about all sorts of weird stuff for a while now. I'm telling you, I'm not the one you're waiting for.
Oh, yes, you are. Whenever I spoke about the one possessing the lethal eye, who sealed away the one-winged Dark Lord and would save us from the Big O, no one believed me. They said I was making it all up and dismissed me entirely. Some of them even hit and bullied me. That's why they took me into the back alley earlier.
What?
I don't want to talk about this anymore. The important thing is that you saved me today. You used your lethal eye to defeat those organization lackeys. All of my waiting, my suffering, has finally paid off. And since you saved me, I can't send you off without thanking you in some way, can I?
If that's what this is about, then I suppose I can come inside.
I knew you'd understand. That's why you're my friend.
I have to ask, have you been bullied this entire time?
Yeah, I have. Everyone else is just jealous of my powers, that's all. I've been able to endure it, because it's all to avoid an even bigger disaster.
Can you do me a favor? For now, don't go talking about this to anyone. Lethal Eye, the one-winged Dark Lord, all that stuff.
Really? Are you sure?
I'm positive. Otherwise, the Big O might find out that you know about them. So for now, only talk about this stuff with me. I'll come here from time to time to listen.
Has it already been a year since we met? You've already surpassed me. You really are amazing.
It's only natural. After all, the one-winged Dark Lord is sealed within this body of mine. Who could possibly defeat me within the virtual combat field?
Alright. I shall now pass my title onto you. The Guardian of Balance. The one who observes the world.
Have you seen the Jarhead? Have you not seen my spectacular performance? Am I not worthy of bearing the title Guardian of Balance?
Can you feel it?
Feel what?
The time has come. It is time for me to teach you my hidden technique. Teleportation.
Come again?
Watch and learn carefully. Here goes. L. Telema. Solus.
Wow. You're always teaching me new things.
Guillotine. I could care less if you're muttering strange words. The fact that you've made a friend is already a step in the right direction. However, I thought you said this was urgent. You called me all the way out here for this? I skipped a meeting for this? Go back and submit a report immediately!
Wow, this really hits you in the feels.
Yeah, I can feel my blood pumping.
Guillotine? If you're familiar with Volume at all, could you possibly persuade her to sign this document with her real name?
I've told you before. I am the Reaper who leads Nikke's to death. So long as I possess the lethal eye, I cannot befriend other Nikkes. It is a most lonely fate indeed. If possible, I would have liked to fight alongside Absolute. They're said to be the strongest squad Elysion has ever formed. They are the guardians of this planet, like the mythological Cerberus guarding the gates of hell. Especially that blue-eyed little devil. Every time I see her, the one-winged Dark Lord sealed within my eye goes into a fit. However, I am glad that I at least have you.
Guillotine, since you've grown accustomed to battles in the virtual combat field, I think it's time to start some new training methods.
Like what?
Just you wait. I'll need a bit of time to prepare, so let's meet here same time tomorrow.
All right, this is exciting.
Actually, I changed my mind. Let's change it to 2 days from now. I forgot that my parents will be home tomorrow. Are you ready?
Phew. Yes, everything is ready.
All right, then I'll install the Soul Transfer Circle. Now, Guillotine, place your hand on the Soul Transfer Circle and close your eyes. When you do, your soul will travel to another world. A world under threat from the Big O is calling for you. For Guillotine, the hero.
Damn those Big O scum. Is putting one world in danger not enough for them? All right, there's no time to waste. Chloe, send me to that other world immediately.
All right, then. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there was a fertile land where flowers perennially bloomed in their full glory. The people of the land spent their days breathing in the scent of these flowers, carried by the warm breeze. And they lived happily. Are you ready?
Yes. Send me back to the moment where I join forces with the blue-eyed little devil and hunt down the monsters. To think I'll be able to fight side by side along with the other Nikkes. The adventures in this world are so much fun.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. It makes all the time it took to prepare it worth it. Alright, Guillotine, let's continue our adventure in this other world. Our exploits will one day be recorded in the Ice Dragon Saga! Shall we start?
Actually, I do have a question. Why did you set up the soul transfer circle outside today?
What a silly question! Your soul has now reached the front of the Demon King's castle. Soon, the final battle with the White Ice Dragon will take place. It's only fitting that we have a suitably large stage to match the grandeur of the situation.
I hadn't thought that far ahead. You're as perspicacious as ever, Chloe.
Come to think of it, Guillotine. Before we start the adventure, there's something you should know.
What is it?
Not just anyone can enter the Demon King's castle. The entrance only opens to those with the courage to move forward. Keep that in mind.
Only those with the courage to move forward. I'll remember that.
Alright, let's begin the adventure!
Is that Ingrid? Sorry, but I've got to take this call. I'm supposed to go on an adventure. I'm busy. Fine. There's an irregular nearby? Where? Fine, I'll be right over.
What is it?
Chloe, stay somewhere safe. The adventure will have to wait.
On to our next story. A mass shooting took place in the city last night around 9 p.m. Current reports state that 8 citizens were killed and more than 20 seriously injured. Citizens have gathered at the scene to voice their anger.
Guillotine. Chloe is currently in a coma. She went outside saying she left her notebook, the Ice Dragon Sage, she called it, and got into an accident. I'm sorry to have to tell you this. There you are. Let's go back. Guillotine?
Ingrid, this is because of me. I hesitated and Chloe got hurt, and people died. I knew that Nikke was irregular, and anything she said was complete gibberish. I knew that, and yet I still hesitated. Now look at what's happened. Innocent people are dead, and there's panic in the streets. And Chloe, my only friend, was injured, and I'm the one to blame. This is all my fault. All of it.
Guillotine, I told you. It's time to go back.
Go back? Go back to where? To Extrinsic? Back to the old routine? I couldn't even complete the one mission assigned to me. I wasn't able to protect the only friend I had left. Now there's nothing left for me. What do I have to go back to?
So then, will you remain standing still? Will you not move forward?
I told you. There's nothing left for me. Where would I go? For what?
Stop prevaricating and answer my question! I ask you again. Will you stand still? Or will you move forward? Because of this incident, the higher-ups have determined that you need backup. They've decided to assign a new recruit to the Extrinsic Squad. Guillotine, if you're feeling lost and directionless, just make sure the new recruit doesn't suffer through the same things you've had to. Perhaps in doing that, you might find the answers you seek. Also, I'm your superior. Whatever actions you take, I'll bear full responsibility. Don't try to take on every single burden by yourself. How's Maiden doing?
Can I ask you something, Ingrid? Is the way I speak weird? Maiden apparently got fed up with me and ran off.
I believe she just needs some time to get adjusted. And the result?
She passed. Maiden completed the mission on her own. Now she's capable of operating Sans Mi without any issue. Having said that, she's clearly still lacking compared to what I'm capable of. I'm worried.
What's the matter?
Maiden hasn't come out of her room all day. She seems to be playing some kind of video game. She's not sleeping, that much is for certain. I wonder if she's okay.
This is all your fault for introducing her to bad habits.
I was worried there for a minute.
Ugh.
Ingrid, are you listening? Ingrid.
What is it this time?
Maiden finally made a friend. Not an online one, but face to face. She's been meeting up with them quite often lately.
No wonder I haven't been able to get in touch with her. I must say, though, Guillotine, that you seem a bit sad.
What? Don't be ridiculous. This body of mine is more than capable of carrying the burden of this lonely destiny which has been thrust upon it. I do not need Maiden to bear this suffering. That's precisely the thing I'm designed to prevent.
I think thou doth protest too much.
What did you just say, boss?
Very well. I'll say it again. Orders have been handed down from a high-ranking official in the central government. There are individuals plotting a terrorist attack in the Ark. We are to deploy the Extrinsic Squad to apprehend the targets as quickly as possible. After which, you are to hand them over to the central government forces under the MMR branch.
Why don't you leave this mission to me? I don't see any reason for Maiden to be involved. I can handle this on my own.
These individuals you speak of, are they really the Electric Shock Squad?
Yes. Your next targets are Elig and Trony. How's Maiden doing?
Ever since she failed her mission, she's been locked up in her room.
I see.
What happens next?
She is prohibited from returning to the Extrinsic Squad unless her memory is wiped, per the higher-ups' orders.
So she'll lose all her memories? Ingrid, I have a favor to ask. If you can prevent them from erasing Maiden's memories, I'll carry out all of our future missions on my own. I'll hold myself fully responsible for her actions from here on out. Just please, whatever you do, don't have them wipe her memory.
You say you'll take responsibility for her actions. Do you know the ramifications of what you're saying?
Of course.
Have you found an answer as to where you're going and what you're working towards?
I have, thanks to you.
I understand. Although it will be impossible for her to return to her squad, I'll do what I can to prevent her memories from being erased.
Thank you. And Ingrid, just in case, if an irregular emerges that even I can't handle, would there be a chance that Maiden could be reinstated?
If you were incapable of handling the situation on your own, then yes, there is a high likelihood that could happen.
What about if I become an irregular?
Although I doubt that would happen. If someone with special abilities like you became an irregular, Maiden would be the only one capable of containing you. The top brass would have no choice but to reinstate her. You're not thinking of doing anything rash, are you?
Rash. I may be beyond saving and will fall victim to the winter's bane within my heart. But I can at least prevent the white ice dragon from doing the same to my friend. There's nothing reckless about that, is there?
Guillotine. Wait, what is this?
You must carry out your duty, Maiden. If I am consumed by the one-winged Dark Lord, and I become an irregular. You must eliminate me and become a hero of the Ark.
Yes. You're right. As part of the extrinsic squad, I am duty-bound to defeat you. I must know how to distinguish between professional and personal affairs. I must keep my composure and do what must be done for the sake of the Ark. But... what is the point of being a hero if it means I can't extend my hand to you? I didn't like you at first. You know that. Whether it was the one-winged Dark Lord or the Lethal Eye, I didn't have a clue what you were talking about half the time. I knew you were doing that to hide the pain inside you. It felt to me that you were pretending not to be lonely. I saw my own weakness reflected in you, and that made me hate you even more. But you were different from me. Even after you'd gone through such a terrifying ordeal, you didn't stop. You came all the way here for my sake, to save me. So you must keep going. I feel such an intense regret at having ever disliked you. So please, I'm asking you, don't stop. Keep going. You're the protagonist of this story. Stop copying the stories you heard from Chloe. Write an ending to this story. Not for me, not for Chloe. For you. Break this curse that the White Ice Dragon has buried deep within your heart. Don't do it for anyone else but yourself. Those who act according to their own beliefs are the true warriors. So Guillotine, now is the time you move forward.
Maiden? Are you all right? Why didn't you defeat me?
Good question. I guess I don't have what it takes to be a secret agent for the central government. Also, you said so yourself. You wanted to enter the first dungeon and continue your adventure. Let's do it as a party. Let's defeat the White Ice Dragon together. After all, an adventure is something you do with those you care about.
Is that the Ice Dragon Saga? It's been a while.
I'm willing to bet that opening this notebook will summon the final boss. Guillotine, our strategy hasn't changed.
I take the front, you take the rear. I remember.
Good. Let's do this.
Yes. Let's see the ending to this story.
Let the battle begin!
Maiden, I'm counting on you.
Don't you worry. Just focus on advancing. The head is probably its weak point. Get close and destroy it. I'll draw its attention for you.
Justice, fallen upon the infallible boundary, appears now as an intangible distortion. Final flame explosion! What an explosion! It's a work of art.
Vesti,
I told you she and I would come along once we were done cleaning up the village.
volume!
Hey there, hero. I'll cover Maiden and Vesti. Don't worry about things over here. Bang!
This is the end, White Ice Dragon!
If that commotion near the castle is any indication, I'd say the final battle has begun. No need to thank me. I've wanted to give Sewin a piece of my mind for some time now. What about you? Don't you want to join in? It could very well be the last battle. You've come this far, after all. Are you sure you won't regret it?
Did we defeat it?
No, don't say that. When you say stuff like that... that means the second phase isn't far behind. Everyone, prepare for battle. This time, we must defeat this beast once and for all.
No. I'll take care of the White Ice Dragon. I'll be the one who ends this story. If you're alright with that.
Try and end it with a flourish. Then, we'll go back together.
Worry not, Ice Rose. I, Guillotine de Mephisto, will not lose to a creature such as this. I will show you all the finest ending there is. Have at you, Ice Dragon! It's time to bring this saga to a close!
You're the protagonist of this story. Don't do it for anyone else but yourself. Those who act according to their own beliefs are the true warriors. So, Guillotine, now is the time you move forward. That was amazing.
I'd say so. That white ice dragon was no match for me.
What are you talking about? You only defeated that thing by the skin of your teeth. If we hadn't arrived when we had, the Winter's Bane would have engulfed the entire world by now.
Well, an adventure is more exciting when it's a close call, don't you think?
You're not wrong. It did make for an enjoyable adventure. Huh? Already? But I haven't received my reward for defeating the final boss yet. I get to marry the commander and live happily ever after. That's the best part! And it hasn't even happened yet. I see. It's probably better to be marrying you in real life anyhow. I'll head back and file the marriage certificate.
You did well, partner. It's a real relief. Maiden may act a bit strange at times, but she's finally gained the courage to move forward again. It's a real weight off my shoulders. I'll be right behind you. Well then, are we the only ones left?
That we are.
I only have one thing to ask you. Was this a good story, Chloe? Or should I say, ink?
Oh, when did you figure out it was me?
How could I, Guillotine de Mephisto, not figure it out? I know full well this isn't reality. That it's a world created inside a simulation.
Then why didn't you exit the simulation sooner? Why go through all this trouble?
Because I wanted a chance to finish the story I couldn't before. I thought hoping for such a perfect ending was asking too much. But here we are. Anyway, Ink, I wanted to thank you, too, for giving me an opportunity to conclude this story.
You want to thank me? Huh? I didn't expect to hear you say that. I'm not entirely sure how to react. I don't know what to do, so I'll end the simulation here. Oh, by the way,
Yes?
if you ask me, I'd say this was a fine story. Goodbye. Simulation clear.
Everything ended favorably, thanks to you. Yes, you and I have vouched for her on separate occasions, so the higher-ups won't interfere anymore. This incident reminded them of the importance of Guillotine having a backup. The important thing is that, thanks to this incident, both Guillotine and Maiden have moved on. I don't know what happened inside that simulation, but I am deeply grateful to you. Didn't I tell you before? The central government wouldn't let me participate in this operation due to an inability to remain partial. That's why I asked for your help. Guillotine should be...
Phew.
Guillotine, don't just stand there. Why don't you come inside?
Can I? It's been ages since I last contacted you.
Have you forgotten? I have the eyes of sacred truth. I can look into the hearts of other people. I know why you couldn't come see me. You were guilty. You felt that you had hurt me, and that meeting me would somehow cause history to repeat itself.
But aren't you afraid? If you get close to me, you might get hurt again.
Afraid? Why would a member of the association fear a friend? You and I are on the same team! Are you going to stand there hesitating all day? Come inside! I've been waiting for this day. The day where the one with the lethal eye would appear. Fate has brought you and me together. Who are we to deny it? So stop running away and come here. It has been a while, and I want to see your face.
All right then. It has been a while.
You haven't changed a bit since I last saw you.
You have changed a lot.
I guess I've aged a bit. Now I'm a proper adult.
Has it really been that long?
So, Guillotine, did you complete your great adventure?
Great adventure, you say? Of course, my friend. Not only did I finish it, but I got the best ending.
Oh, how exciting! Can you tell me about it?
Of course. You are worthy of hearing the conclusion to this epic tale. The Ice Dragon Saga. All right. I shall begin the tale of my Guillotine de Mephisto's great adventure. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Are you ready?
Yes. I've memorized the strategy you sent back to front.
All right, let's wait for the other party members.
Other party members? I thought it was just the two of us for this raid.
Don't you remember? Both of us shouted at the top of our lungs. We've still got one raid left for us to clear. Our fight is just beginning. Maiden, this time we'll see this raid through to the very last phase, together.